So in our previous segment we talked of the self-pollination as well as cross-pollination. Now let us discuss the difference between self as well as cross-pollination. Although you can make the own points also, but some head points are required for exam point of view. So let us start the discussion on self as well as cross-pollination. So self-pollination here, and here let us write cross-pollination. Self as well as cross-pollination. So the first point is the definition only. What is self-pollination? It is a transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of the same flower. Okay? So self-pollination is, it is the transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of the same flower. That is what we call it as self-pollination. Cross-pollination is opposite to self-pollination, that is transfer of pollen grain from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower is what we call it as cross-pollination. So first point is, in cross-pollination it is the transfer of pollen from anther of one flower, to the stigma of another flower. That means of different genetic makeup. So it is a transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the same flower, and here it is a transfer of pollen from anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower, that is the different genetic makeup, is what we call it as cross-pollination. Now, if it is transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of the same flower, that means one flower must contain male as well as female part, that means the flower must be in bisexual condition. So it is possible only in bisexual flowers, that is having monoecious condition, that means one flower contains male as well as female part. Okay, so it is possible only in the bisexual flowers, or you can also say monoecious condition, that means male and female parts are present on same flower. That is what we call it as bisexual flower or bisexual condition. While in case of cross-pollination, unisexual condition or dioecious condition is must. So the second point is, it is possible in unisexual flowers, which are also known as, here it is monoecious condition, so in cross-pollination it would be dioecious condition. Dioecious, that is male and female flowers on different plant body. That means the genetic variation is observed. Now, in case of self-pollination, pollinating agent is not required. Okay, so pollinating agent is not required in self-pollination. If you remember, the self-pollination two types, autogamy as well as geitonogamy. In case of geitonogamy, pollinating agents are required. So here we can write, except in the case of geitonogamy. Clear? This point is important to mention in the answer. Now, in case of cross pollination, since it is the transfer of pollen from anther of the one flower to the stigma of the another flower, so it requires pollinating agent. So pollinating agent is must for cross pollination. Pollinating agent is must for cross pollination. So 3 points. Again we have to discuss 4 points are remaining. 3 to 4 points are remaining. So let us discuss few more points regarding the difference between self as well as cross pollination. Now the type of flower in which self pollination occurs is called as clastogamous flowers. That means which remain closed all the time. They are also called as closed flowers. So it occurs in clastogamous flowers. It occurs in clastogamous flowers, and in the bracket I am writing closed flowers. That means that flower do not open. If the flower will not open, so it is but obvious, it is compulsory that the anther, that is the pollen grain which is present in the anther, have to go with the stigma of the same flower only in order to facilitate the phenomena of self-pollination. So it occurs in the clastogamous flowers, that is the closed flowers. And the type of flower in which the cross-pollination is achieved is chasmogamous flowers, that is open flowers. It is closed flowers, here it is open flowers. So it occurs in chasmogamous. Here it was clastogamous. This point is important. So it occurs in chasmogamous flower, that is open flowers. And we know that the flower is open, then the pollen grain has the free liberty, so it can go to the stigma of another flower, and then they will go with the cross pollination. So this is the 4th point, that is self pollination takes place within the closed flower, that is the clastogamous flower, and cross pollination takes place within chasmogamous, that is open flowers. Now 5th point, in case of self pollination the pure breeding line is obtained, it is observed. Okay, so 5th point is it results in the production of pure line homozygous offsprings. Now what is the meaning of this statement? It results in the production of pure line homozygous offsprings. Pure line, that means it is coming from the same parent only, since in case of self pollination the flower is same, the male part and the female part are present within the same flower, so there is no genetic recombination, there is no mixing of the gene pool takes place within the species. So if there is no recombination, no genetic recombination, there is no variation, and there is no variation, there is no evolution also. Okay, so pure line homozygous offsprings are obtained, while in case of cross pollination heterozygous offsprings are obtained, and the line is not pure, it is of mixed gene pool because of genetic recombination. So it results in the formation of offsprings with a higher degree of heterozygosity. Here it was homozygous because it is a pure line, parent is same, one flower contains both the male as well as female part, so there is no genetic recombination. So it results in the formation of offspring with higher degree of heterozygosity. Okay. Now talking about the evolution or the variation part, self pollination do not produce any variation and no evolution. So self pollinating plants self-pollinating plants do not show any variation or do not produce variation among offsprings. And the sixth point, while in case of cross pollination, the cross pollinating plant produce variation among offspring because there is a genetic recombination. So cross pollinating plant produces offsprings. Here it is without produce variation among offspring, do not show variation. Here it is a positive for variation. So cross pollinating plant produces offsprings with variations, and it is due to genetic recombination. Due to genetic recombination. And the last point is examples of self-pollinating as well as cross-pollinating plant includes wheat, rice, barley, pea plant, tomato and brinjal. See, there can be many more examples, but the few I have listed from the reference. So wheat, rice, barley, pea, tomato as well as brinjal. Seventh point here it is, again example includes maize, bajra, rye, bajra, apple, coconut, sugarcane, carrot and grapes. So examples again are very important for NEET point of view also as well as for board exams. So this was all about the difference between self as well as cross pollination. In the next part we will proceed with the adaptations that a particular plant has for self as well as for cross pollination.